I can't believe I'm about to say this, guys, but this literally might be the most controversial opinion that High Stim Ace ever had. Gotta let it burn. Okay, guys, we have landed. We are officially here. We're going to be reviewing this limited edition product. And yes, guys, this is a limited edition tub from Kilo Labs, the new reformulated version of Hybrid. I did review the original one. As a matter of fact, I have it right here next to me. And if you guys saw the review for this one, I gave it a positive review overall, but it wasn't anything mind-blowing. It wasn't in the category of must-have pre-workout for 2024. It was a solid reformulation, all things considered. I would put it more up there as a medium stim daily kind of use pre-workout for us stim heads. Provided a nice mood elevation, a little sense of urgency, but nothing too crazy. Now, when Mike from Kilo Labs sent this one over my way, he told me that this one is on a whole other level. And I looked at the label and I said, you know what, this label here is essentially the exact same label as that other version, but the only difference we have here is that we got Alpha-Yo at 3 milligrams as opposed to 1.5. So we got double the dose of Alpha-Yo in here, but realistically, is 1.5 milligrams of Alpha-Yo enough to warrant a limited edition? Is it enough to warrant an entirely new tub and put it out there for the masses to consume? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So I ran this one today, guys, and I hit chest and triceps today, really just focusing on that chest more than anything else. But we're going to go through everything in the effect section, guys. And like I said in the beginning of this video, in the opening, I'm going to make a controversial statement, something that I'm sure no other reviewer is going to say, or maybe they will. I don't know. I don't think there are reviews out for this pre-workout yet. I might be the first one. I might not be. Who knows? But either way, I got to stay true to my audience, you guys, my beloved community, and give it to you straight and tell you what I think of this pre-workout. So usually when I run a pre-workout, I like running it at least 2 or 3 times to really get a feel of it and give you guys my objective, unbiased review. Today, I am breaking that rule. I only ran this one once. Today is Sunday. You guys are watching this on Monday. I only ran this pre-workout once. But the only reason I'm breaking this rule is because I've already reviewed the version of Hybrid that has been reformulated from the original version. And this one I did run 3 times, and I did drop my review for it. So you guys could watch that on my pre-workouts reviews playlist. I also did run and review the original Kilo Labs Hybrid, the DMHA version, which unfortunately the batch that I had, the very first batch, wasn't a good batch. This batch right here is an incredible batch. Provides a crazy euphoria, mood elevation, gets you locked in a bubble, gets you zoned in, and really, really special kind of product. But I did review both those versions, so I do have an idea of what Kilo Labs is about. I have an idea of how their ingredients work, their sourcing, and how they hit as opposed to other manufacturers. So for that reason alone, and because this is a limited edition product that might sell out at any day, I decided to review this one after running it only once. So what we have here is the rainbow sherbet flavor, and the flavor is decent. It's essentially a rainbow candy kind of flavor. If you guys ever had any rainbow candy, Skittles kind of flavors, it's very, very similar. Has a bit of a synthetic taste, a little bit of chalkiness, but no food coloring. It mixes really easily. It's a little bit chalky, but nothing too crazy. It's not the best flavor in the world. It's not the worst flavor in the world. It's decent. It's okay. You chug it, and you hit the gym, and you move on with your life. So is the limited edition Hybrid worth picking up before it's inevitably sold out? Let's talk about it. All right, guys, I'm going to break down this label very, very quickly because I already did review this version of Hybrid. Again, like I said, the only difference between this one and the other one is the extra dose of Alpha-Yo. Or is it? We're going to go through this label, break it down very quickly, and I'll tell you guys what I think. So we got 20 servings per container, no 40-20 nonsense. 1 scoop yields 21.3 grams. Flat scoop gave me exactly 22 grams, so Kilo Labs skilled it, right on the money. Let's begin. Vitamin B3 is niacin, 30 milligrams. Vitamin B6, 20 milligrams. Vitamin B12, 250 micrograms. Choline, 800 micrograms. And sodium from pink Himalayan salt at 200 milligrams. We got L-citrulline at 6 grams. Beta-alanine at 4 grams. Really solid dose. Betaine anhydrous, 2.5 grams for the strength output. Caffeine anhydrous, 450 milligrams. Definitely stim junkie territory. beta PEA 400 milligrams, the feel-good chemical that's really going to get you buzzing and feeling a highness while you're in the gym. And we're combining that with 300 milligrams of Araya genesis, also known as N-phenyldimethylamine for you science geeks. And that is the modern-day replacement for DMHA, really going to provide you that mood elevation, lock you in. And when synergized with that beta PEA, if they're both well-sourced, it's going to give you the mood elevation and the high and the buzz and everything you're looking for in a Stim Junkie pre-workout. Theobromine at 250 milligrams for an extra source of energy and stimulation. Synephrine, HCl, 50 milligrams for the sweats, the thermogenic effect. And lastly, 3 milligrams of the alpha-O that we all know and love. So a pretty simple label right here. The original hybrid was also a simpler label. That one did have less ingredients, but this right here gives you the bare essentials. You're getting the citrulline for the pumps, the beta-alanine for the lactic acid buffering, as well as the tingles. You're going to get that beta PEA at a whopping 400 milligrams, and you got the 300 milligrams of Araya genesis in there just to really bring it up and elongate that effect, that buzz-like effect. And you're getting the alpha-O at 3 milligrams. So if you're not fans of alpha-O, then run for the hills, because this pre-workout is not for you. This is for the alpha-O diehards such as High Stim Ace. Now, we got to talk about the effects. And I said early in the beginning of this video that I'm going to make a controversial statement, okay? So my controversial statement is as follows. When it comes to the new limited edition version of hybrid pre-workout from Kilo Labs, I believe wholeheartedly that this here is better than the original DMHA version of hybrid. That's right, guys. High Stim Ace actually prefers a non-DMHA pre-workout to its DMHA counterpart. Mind freaking blown, but you know what? I gotta keep it straight with you guys, because as much as I enjoy this version when it hits, it isn't always consistent. Like I said, the very first tub I had of this, the American Dream flavor, I think it was called, it didn't do much for me. And then I got the Candy Flip flavor, and this one absolutely smacks me with euphoria each and every time I take it. But it doesn't have really a sense of aggression. It doesn't have the energy component, the strength output component. It really is just more of a mental type of pre-workout to take on a day you're feeling off and you want a mood elevation, a little bit of happiness, and everything else in there is kind of minimally dosed. I believe there's you're only getting citrulline malate in here, 4,000 milligrams, and beta-alanine at 3,200. So the pumps are not so crazy on here. You might work yourself into getting a good pump just by overtraining because you're hopped up on that DMHA. But in terms of actual pump ingredients, it's not that impressive. The hybrid here boasts 6 grams of citrulline, the regular L-citrulline, no malic acid to cut it with, and the pumps on here are absolutely legendary. Again, it synergizes so well with everything else, and the 3 milligrams of alpha-O is going to get you so zoned in and give you that crazy sense of urgency where you're going to be pushing and pumping harder than you ever have in your entire life. And that combined with the citrulline is going to build up such an insane pump in the gym that you don't know what to do with yourself, man. You're going to be jacked like crazy. It's freaking insane. So when I took this pre-workout today in the morning, guys, I did run it on an empty stomach like I normally do. Yesterday, I ran no pre-workouts, and today I took this one, and I guess I had a day to reset my system a little bit. Now, with the reformulated version of hybrid, the one we have right here, it did take about 25-30 minutes in to kick in, and like I said, it wasn't something that blew my mind. It was a good, solid, everyday use kind of pre-workout, but it was smooth, and it wasn't until that 30-minute mark where the alpha-O started coming in, and I really got locked in, but it did take a while to build up. Now, this one here is a completely different experience, and it blows my mind that the only thing here on label that's different is the extra dose of alpha-O, yet this experience entirely supersedes the previous version of hybrid. So 7 to 8 minutes after ingesting the pre-workout, I got such a sense of highness. Mood elevation literally went up like that. I plugged in my music, I biked to the gym. It's 92 degrees out today, boiling hot. I'm sweating in case you can't tell, and I'm sure the alpha-O and the synephrine are contributing to that as well. But man, I was hopped up 8 minutes after ingesting the pre-workout. I felt a sense of highness. Guys, I felt euphoric. Maybe the other reviewers won't agree with me on this, but I had my music plugged in. I was listening to some good melodic metal music today. It was that kind of mood, and I was just lost. The guitar riffs, the solos, the choruses just had me on another planet today. Literally 10 minutes into the experience, I was floating, I was euphoric, I was on my way to the gym, bopping my head while riding the bike, and I was just feeling it. It was a nice sunny day today, and everything looked even brighter after ingesting this pre-workout. I felt so freaking happy, and it really was reminiscent to the original DMHA version of hybrid. I would say even happier. It's the weirdest thing. There's no DMHA in here, but I felt super happy. Explain that to me logically. I can't. And again, it goes back to saying labels are just labels, because this one only has more alpha-O on label and everything else is the same. But yet this one works so differently. The other one, you didn't feel much until the 20-25 minute mark. This one, you feel the mood elevation 7-8 minutes in, which at the 15-minute mark morphs into full-on euphoria. You feel freaking amazing, happy, smiling, ear to ear, and you're ready to pump those weights. Now, as soon as you warm up 2-3 sets in and you get to your working sets, you're pumping and pumping and pumping, and you're jacked, juicy, and swole to the gills. At that 20-25 minute mark, the alpha-O takes over, and you're gonna get that buzz, that aggression, that sense of energy, and additional euphoria. I don't know if you guys ever took Edge of Insanity. I did review that one. You guys can watch that on my playlist. But Edge of Insanity is an alpha-O based pre-workout with some of the purest alpha-O, which to me, it gives me a crazy buzz and a nice sense of highness. But it's different than the DMHA Araya buzz. Now this one here, the amazing limited edition hybrid, it gives you a high and a mood elevation from the beta PEA and Araya Genesis. That's going to kick in within that 8 to 10 minute mark. And then at the 25-30 mark, the alpha-O is going to come in and give you its own kind of buzz. And it's going to synergize so well with the buzz that's already there from the Araya and the beta PEA. And you're going to be on another stratosphere, guys. This thing is freaking crazy. I'm going to be running this once or twice a month for my own personal use. Even now that I'm done with this review, I'm going to be running this one regularly. This one has earned a spot on my shelf, on the shelf right behind me, okay? Right where the Supreme is, right over there. This one's going to go right next to it because that's where it belongs. This belongs in High Stim Ace's permanent shelf. This has everything you want from a Stim Junkie pre-workout and none of the negatives, guys. No anxiety, no survival mode, no crazy crash, no appetite suppression, no jitters, no shakes, just pure euphoria, mood elevation, positive aggression, and a sense of urgency to get things done in the gym. And you have energy, you have strength, you're pushing harder than you did last time you were in the gym, and you feel freaking amazing. Two tiny downsides, if we're being objective: you're going to be sweating a lot on this, and you're going to have a little bit of the drippy nose about an hour in. Once the alpha-O is already kicked in and saturated in your system, you're going to get a little bit of the droopy nose, but that's just part of the experience, guys. For us alpha-O lovers, we love the droopy nose. We love the excessive sweats. It's summertime. We're cutting, and the extra sweat is not a bad thing at all. Overall, guys, I am so impressed with the new hybrid limited edition from Kilo Labs. This thing is not only on par with the original hybrid, in my opinion, it is better than the original hybrid. And that might be a controversial opinion. I know a lot of people love the original DMHA hybrid, and rightfully so. But this here is special. I don't know if they sourced the Araya in here differently than the other one. This Araya here is pure. It's clean. It's definitely better than the Araya in the previous hybrid. I ran the previous hybrid 3 times. The Araya was good, but it wasn't as clean and pure and happy as this right here. The way it synergizes with the beta PEA, it's next level, guys. You're going to feel it within 8 to 10 minutes. Euphoria, happiness, mood elevation, excitement to go to the gym. You're going to get that childlike wonder when you're on the way to the gym to pump those weights. And then once the alpha-O kicks in, man, you guys are going to be on another stratosphere. It's already been about 4.5, 5 hours since I took this pre-workout. I'm here at home about to eat my meal, my post-workout meal. I'm still buzzing. I still have a nice sense of highness. I'm writing this out, and I'm sweating, as you could see, profusely. Now, it is 92 degrees out, so that might have something to do with it. But either way, guys, I had one of the best chest and tricep sessions of my life today, and I couldn't have done it without this hybrid pre-workout here. So guys, if you want to pick up this incredible hitter before it sells out, head over to thekilolabs.com and use discount code ACE to save, I think it was 15% off your order, and also you're going to help support the channel by doing that. Or you can head over to nutracartel.com using discount code ACE15, and you will save 15% off your order and also help support this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found this video to be beneficial to you, drop the like, Comment down below to help get me into the algorithm, engage with the community that we all know and love so much, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.